The tragedy of Richard Jaeckel is far more heartbreaking than many people ever realized. Not because his life lacked success, but because of how quietly his struggles unfolded behind the scenes. To audiences, Jaeckel was a familiar and dependable face, an actor who brought toughness, grit, and authenticity to every role he touched. Yet behind that steady screen presence was a life shaped by relentless work, missed recognition, and a final chapter that ended far too suddenly. Richard Jaeckel built a career that spanned decades, appearing in dozens of films and television shows. He was never the flashy leading man, but he was the kind of actor directors trusted. Whether playing soldiers, lawmen, or hardened authority figures, Jaeckel gave performances that felt real. That realism came from discipline and dedication, qualities he carried throughout his life. But dedication can come at a cost, and in Jaeckel's case, it often meant being overlooked. Despite his consistency and range, major awards and widespread fame largely passed him by. He worked steadily, sometimes relentlessly, yet remained on the edges of Hollywood stardom. For many character actors, this quiet reality becomes a lifelong burden, being recognized but rarely celebrated. Jaeckel kept showing up, role after role, proving his reliability while carrying the unspoken weight of never quite breaking through. What makes his story even more tragic is how physically demanding his later years remained. Jaeckel was known for staying active and maintaining a strong, disciplined lifestyle. He didn't retreat into retirement or slow down dramatically. Instead, he continued pushing himself, both professionally and personally. That determination, admirable as it was, may have masked the toll time was taking on his body. His death came suddenly and without warning, cutting his life short during what should have been a peaceful moment. There was no dramatic farewell, no final bow, just a shocking end that left fans stunned. For someone who spent a lifetime portraying strength on screen, the abruptness of his passing felt especially cruel. It served as a reminder that even the strongest figures are vulnerable in ways the public rarely sees. Adding to the heartbreak is how quickly his legacy faded from mainstream conversation. While his work remains respected among film enthusiasts, his name is often absent from broader discussions of Hollywood history. That quiet disappearance mirrors the way he lived, present, dependable, but rarely spotlighted. It's a fate shared by many character actors whose contributions are immense, yet underappreciated. Richard Jaeckel's tragedy isn't rooted in scandal or downfall. It lies in the silence surrounding his efforts, the absence of recognition equal to his talent, and the sudden end to a life defined by perseverance. He gave everything to his craft, asked for little in return, and left behind a body of work that still resonates with those who look closely. In the end, realizing how much he gave and how quietly he went makes his story even more heartbreaking than most ever imagined. Richard Jaeckel didn't chase fame, he earned respect. And sometimes that kind of legacy deserves far more attention than it receives.